First fight of the night, we got Koji Takeda versus Gadzhi Rabadanov, 27 and 29 years old. Gadzhi losing to McKee Dakayev over there in Eagle FC, but got some good wins after that. Knocked out Daniel Carey, beat JJ Wilson with some wrestling, also outstriking him a little bit in that fight as well. He's taller, he's lengthier, and Koji Takeda, he is very, very solid in terms of the submission game, but a guy like Gadzhi Rabadanov should be able to go out there, take the fight down, and control it there as well as outstrike him on the feet. I do believe it is going to be a good fight, but the only real way I can see Koji Takeda winning here is pulling up some sort of a submission, just trying to get something off when he is going to be losing the fight, because Gadzhi is going to destroy him on the ground, controlling, ground and pounding a little bit. I don't think he's going to get the finish, but he'll just ground and pound and get that control time on top. And in the striking, I do think Gadzhi's height and reach going to throw a little bit more volume as well, will have the advantage there in terms of the strike. And again, the only way I really do see him winning and going out there and beating Gadzhi Rabadanov is going to be by a very fluke submission. Right now, Gadzhi is at minus 380 on the betting odds. The fight to go to a decision at minus 190, and Rabadanov by decision, which I guess that is my prediction, is at even money plus 100. Who do y'all think wins and why? Koji Takeda, Gadzhi Rabadanov. I got Gadzhi by a decision. Juan Archuleta and Chul Kim in the bantamweight division, 35 and 31 years old. This is a live underdog right here. I'm going to say that right now. Juan Archuleta is a 2-1 favorite on BetOnline right there. But it's a 50-50 fight in my opinion. It is a lot closer than a lot of people are going to be thinking. I do think it is going to go to a decision, but there's a very good chance Chul Kim can go out there and get a little bit of an upset. He's 31 years old, in the prime of his MMA career, same height, and a little bit of a reach advantage for Juan Archuleta. Coming off 2 good wins over another guy in this card in Hiromasa Ougikubo, and a win on Hyde Park, only losing to, well, Hyde Park. In a fight, he just came back immediately after and ended up knocking him out. I believe he did fight in the UFC quite a while ago. It wasn't UFC, was it? I thought he was in the UFC, or he just fought someone that was in the UFC. In Hiromasa Ougikubo, but he's got very solid strike and a good grappling game, but I think this is just going to be one where there'll be takedowns mixed in every now and then, but it's mainly just going to be a striking battle. Chul Kim going for a few submissions, Juan mixing in some takedowns, but really I see like a minute, maybe 2 minutes of total wrestling and grappling on this entire fight. Mainly I do believe it's going to be a striking fight. Chul Kim, if he can make some big moments happen here and rock Juan Archuleta with a few good shots, he could very well go out there and win. He has been known to do that in the past, where he's losing the fight and then boom, lands a good head kick like he did on Hyde Park. But I still think Juan Archuleta is slightly better of a striker. He's a little bit longer in terms of the reach as well, and he's a bit bigger. I would say he's going to have the size advantage as well over Chul Kim. It's a good fight. I don't think he should be a 2-1 favorite by any means, but again, I think another Bellator versus RIZIN fight is going to go to a decision. I hope not. I hope we see a finish here from Juan Archuleta or Chul Kim. I hope they go out there and one of them gets a knockout in round 1, round number 2, but I can't see it. I see the fight going all the way. I got Juan Archuleta winning this one by a decision. Kyoji, Horiguchi, and Hiromasa Ougikubo. Hiromasa was on The Ultimate Fighter, where all the champions of every flyweight division were competing to get that title shot against Demetrius Johnson. I mean, he went out there, beat the South African champion, beat Adam Antolin, American, Alexandre Pantoja. The dude, Hiromasa Ougikubo, beats Alexandre Pantoja right there. Then ended up losing to the season winner, Tim Elliott. But got 2 more wins, and look who it is. Kyoji Horiguchi, beating him by a unanimous decision. You look before The Ultimate Fighter. Kyoji Horiguchi is right gosh dang there. And he ended up losing that one by a second round rear naked choke submission. After losing to Kyoji for the second time, he won 3 fights in a row, lost once, won 5 fights in a row, and then he he lost again right there. This is the trilogy between the two guys, but Hiromasa's already lost twice by decision and by a rear naked choke submission. Kyoji Horiguchi coming off a good win in RIZIN, getting that arm triangle on Yuto Hokamura, but losing to Patchy Mix and Sergio Pettis. So it's going to be a tough one in my opinion. I'm just kidding. It's a pretty easy and very easy prediction for me to make. I mean, Hiromasa Ougikubo has lost to him twice. He just came off a loss to a guy way, way worse than Kyoji Horiguchi and Chul Kim, who's solid, but nowhere near the level of a Kyoji Horiguchi. Kyoji is bigger, he is stronger, he's just the overall better striker, better wrestler. He's better everywhere in my opinion. And these betting odds right here, minus 900, it honestly makes some sense in my opinion. So for this one right here, if you're on Bet365, bet fight doesn't go to a decision. If you're on Bet Online, bet the fight does go to a decision, because those are very, very weirdly lopsided odds right there. But I am going to go Kyoji Horiguchi. I'm gonna go Kyoji to get a finish here. I'm gonna go Kyoji to get a submission, rear naked choke, round number 2, round number 3. I think it's gonna be the same way he won the first fight. It's gonna be another submission from Kyoji Horiguchi. Patricio, Pitbul, and Kleber quick Erbst. In the featherweight division, 35 and 33 years old. Taller and lengthier is Kleber quick Erbst. If you look on Tapology, 83% going Pitbull, mainly to win by knockout, and everyone picking Kleber pretty much is saying he's going to go out there and get the submission. Now, right now, for Patricio Pitbull, I mean, he had a very dominant performance on Adam Boric. Wasn't the best fight ever, but, I mean, before that, he was getting finish after finish after finish, a 3-minute finish on Emmanuel Sanchez with a guillotine. Just starched Pedro Carvalho in that fight, beat Juan Archuleta, starched Michael Chandler in about 1 minute. I mean, guillotines are all over the record, and first round knockouts are also all over the record. And that's what I think he should go out there and try to do, is not go for the guillotine, because, I mean, you're not going to get it on a guy like Kleber quick Erbst at 31-5-1 with rear naked, darces, triangles, rear naked, darces, triangles, over and over and over again. You're not going out there trying to submit this guy. You're not going out there trying to take him down and beat him at his own game. Mateusz Gamrot could not submit him. Mateusz Gamrot could not finish him on the ground. Patricio is not going to go out there and finish him on the ground. If you're going to beat a guy like Kleber quick Erbst, I'm going to have to outstrike him for 3 straight rounds, pressure him, land the bigger shots, or knock him out early on in the fight. Those are really the only ways. You're not going for takedowns. You're not looking to ground and pound. You're looking to strike for 3 straight rounds, or you're looking to knock him out earlier on in the fight. But I think this one's going to go all the way. I mean, Kleber has that kind of Charles Oliveira kind of situation. If he does get hurt on the feet, just going to pull guard. He's going to try to go for a heel hook, an ankle lock, or something like that, just to kind of survive that situation. He has that in his back pocket at pretty much every moment. So I do think the fight goes all the way. I don't know why. They're so against the fight being a decision right there. I mean, Ferrer by finish is at minus 110 right there, when he really didn't show he wanted to get the finish in the Adam Boric fight. So Ferrer by decision is at plus 188. That is tempting. That is very, very tempting. That is my prediction. Patricio by a decision. So far, I only got 1 finish in Kyoji Horiguchi. Again, I hope Patricio gets a finish. I hope Juan and Gadzhi get a finish. I hope we see like all 5 fights as finishes, but a lot of these RIZIN guys are very tough, so I do think a lot of these are going to go all the way. Roberto de Souza and AJ McKee Jr. Pretty similar height, similar reach. I don't believe Roberto is going to be a lot smaller in reach, a lot harder, a lot longer in reach or anything like that. But the dude is an ace on the ground. So is AJ McKee Jr. But the difference is AJ is a lot better of a striker. That's all we really gotta say. AJ McKee Jr. rocked Patricio Pitbul in their first fight. Then he guillotined them as his back was to the cage. He did knock out Georgi Karakanyan as well. Knocked out John Teixeira. Head kick knocked out Dominic Mazzotto right there. And got a lot of knee and head kick and ground and pound TKO wins earlier on in his career as well. I don't know if we're gonna see a finish here though. This is a tough one because Roberto, he has been finished. First off, he definitely has been finished. That's his only loss was Johnny Case getting knocked out in 1 minute and 15 seconds. But, dude, AJ McKee Jr. could not finish Spike Carlo for whatever reason. And he got, 4 finishes in a row right there. Couldn't finish Pat Caron, who he beat by unanimous decision. I just don't know if there's going to be a finish. And obviously, my prediction is going to be AJ, because the grappling can match up pretty well. I think Roberto probably has a little bit of an advantage. But it shouldn't be like such a dominating advantage on the ground over AJ McKee Jr. And then the striking, AJ's just so far superior. His kicking game, his knees in the clinch. And his overall boxing technique is a lot better than Roberto de Souza. So I don't know if I'm going to go finish or a decision. I'm very curious to see what... Wow. Fight goes to a decision is plus 250. That is tough. Wow. Minus 125 for AJ McKee Jr. to get a finish. I think if he's going to get a finish, it'll be a TKO. I can't see that plus 550 submission hitting. But gosh dang, McKee by decision is valuable. Plus 450 for AJ McKee by decision. Now, I'm going to go finish. I'm going to go AJ McKee Jr. round number 2, round number 3 TKO. But is that going to have a lot of value? Probably not. Plus 135. There's not a lot there for a McKee TKO. And if you want to risk it a little bit more and go... and go inside the distance, it's only minus 125. Not a lot there, not a lot of value, not a lot of bang for your buck. So plus 450, that is a heck of a lot of value. But I'm going to go AJ McKee Jr. by TKO, round number 2, round number 3. It is very interesting, though. It is very, very interesting. Roberto is live in terms of the submission, but I think... Dude, the fight could definitely go all the way. Plus 450 for AJ by decision when he's coming off a decision win. And his last 2 fights have both went to a decision. I don't know. That's a little iffy there. But that is my prediction. AJ by a finish. TKO round 2, round 3. Those are the full card prediction. We got the Bellator sweep. Gadzhi Rabadanov by unanimous decision, Juan Archuleta in a very close 29-28 decision, Kyoji with a 2nd or 3rd round submission, Patricio Pitbul with the decision, and AJ McKee Jr. with a late finish, TKO. But if you're going to bet that, you got to bet that decision. So that had some hiccups right there, but that is it for Bellator MMA versus RIZIN Fighting Federation full card prediction in the Saitama Arena in Japan. Put your predictions down below, like and subscribe. Y'all know what to do. We'll see you in the next one.